What's up, guys, and welcome back to 8 Count.
Today we'll be talking about Amir vs Kell Brook, who will be fighting on February 19th, 2022.
So, Sajid, I've got a question for you.
Yes.
First thing, before we get into anything,
Okay.
is it 5 years too late?
Oh, do you know what? Yeah, everyone's saying that. Everyone is saying it's 5 years too late, which it is. Do you know? Plain and simple, it is.
It's kind of like Mayweather Pacquiao, right? It's towards the end of their career, like it's their last. This is their last fight, right? Have they both agreed that it's their last fight?
No. So, well, firstly,
Yeah.
obviously it is at the end of their careers, but like with Mayweather Pacquiao, they were still at the peak. If that makes sense, they were still at that.
Well,
time.
their peaks were a lot longer than
Yeah, but
the average boxer.
But they were still beating like the likes of Canelo and like
That's true.
stuff. But with these guys, it's so weird. They've declined at the same time.
Yeah.
So they are sort of at their sort of end of the career.
Yeah.
I think it's quite evident that this will be Amir Khan's last fight because he said it like, you know.
But I've read somewhere that there's a rematch clause.
There is a rematch clause.
So then again, it's like I feel like this should be one and done. Like you have the fight, whoever loses, unless it's a draw.
Unless it's a draw, or unless it's a really good fight.
Yeah.
That can sort of, you know, I think like Amir Khan was sort of hinting for like a trilogy, but like it's just one of those marketing things.
Yeah.
Plus, Kell Brook did say that if he wins it, he would like to face Conor Ben. So that's another avenue after.
They're stretching out their careers. It's what most boxers do, though. Once they have that taste of money, like once they're getting a good bit of money, then they just want to carry on going.
The thing is, you're always one fight away from losing it all, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's see how they are in this fight.
So, in saying, is it 5 years too late? Obviously, this fight's happening in Manchester Arena.
Yeah.
Which is a big stadium.
Mm-hmm.
But could they have, for example, done Wembley or Cardiff?
Definitely. I think when Kell Brook just before Gennady Golovkin.
Yeah.
And Khan just before Canelo.
Yeah.
If they would have like sort of sorted out a deal at that time with Eddie Han, definitely a stadium.
Yeah.
To be fair, it did sell out within like 10 minutes. Like
we were going to get tickets and then I kind of moved a bit long and then we kind of snoozed on it.
Now we have 8 Count.
But yeah, we're going to be recording our reactions to the fight and stuff. But so that's fine. So I think one thing that's really interesting about this fight is Amir Khan, how seriously he's taking it.
Yeah.
I feel like when he went and fought Billy Dib,
that was just
it was more like a, you know, it was done
Saudi. Yeah.
It was done in Saudi. It was like the money deal, and people just thought like he's doing like the gimmicky fights now just for the money. And then obviously this fight got announced, and obviously it's 2 years since that happened, or about a year and a half. It's about a year and a half since he fought Billy Dib.
And before that, it was Terence.
Before that, he fought Terence Crawford. But I feel like he's taking it seriously. He's training with Terence Crawford now, and like he posts on Snapchat, Instagram, like he's out here really doing the runs.
He's quite ripped. I saw his latest Instagram post. He's quite ripped.
But he's sparring with Bud, which I think will be good for him.
I think it's one of those things when he fought Terence Crawford. It's like the thing is, I don't know if you remember, but we're talking about we initially thought he could outbox him at least, but like because he's never been outboxed. But remember we were talking about the Terence Crawford fight?
Oh, what, Khan Crawford?
Yeah, and then we basically Crawford outboxed him.
Yeah,
literally no one has ever sort of done that to Khan.
Yeah, and again that fight ended so like
it was
so abrupt. Like it was a low blow, which it didn't look like a low blow, but obviously there's that whole rule of if you don't feel like you can continue, you don't need to.
I feel like in 10 years time we'll probably know like did he, you know, he'll probably say himself like what it is.
But like I guess that happened, and then obviously Terence Crawford fought Kell Brook recently.
Yeah, and he I think he stopped him in 4 rounds.
Yeah, that was again that was another fight. It was like Terence Crawford's on the top of the game. He's gonna punish anyone right now.
The thing is, that's the thing is that it's like what's intriguing about this fight is that how much does each fighter has left?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's like Khan, his speed, but kind of sort of his legs are gonna stay still for him to get hit, and it's like Kell Brook. What who did he fight? He fought. Who has Kell Brook lost to?
Kell Brook has lost to Terence Crawford.
Yeah.
He lost to Errol Spence
and Gennady Golovkin.
Yeah, so out of the like recent last 10 fights of his, those are his losses. Those are big people to lose to.
Yeah, and plus like he's taken a lot of punishment.
Yeah,
which on the other hand,
it's the eye damage.
It's the eye sockets.
Will they hold out?
Both eye sockets have been damaged.
Because Amir Khan's he's good with his punches. Like he knows how to pick his punches. Yeah. Obviously, he's very susceptible to getting hit.
Yeah,
and then it means he gets dropped and potentially loses the fight.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that with Khan, he gets knocked out quite a bit, and I think that's where a lot of his losses come from.
I think that's the thing. Yeah, it's like, so if you go back to Amir Khan's career, Prescott, I mean, like, that was sort of 60
Yeah,
seconds.
no, I remember. The thing is, I vividly remember that Prescott loss.
I think we were in year 8.
Yeah, that was mad because Khan was like the big thing that came out of the UK. He was Asian, like he was representing a lot of people, and then he got hit with them big shots, and it was just curtains.
And then he sort of like reassembled himself, and then fought Danny Garcia, got knocked out.
Yeah, and then people realized
he lost to Peterson. Remember that sort of mad points position.
I think from there, people realized like his chin was open to get in.
But to be fair, he had been stopped. I think his chin is always like, you can't train a chin. That's the problem.
Yeah. Okay. So to wrap it up, I'm gonna ask you for your fight prediction for this.
Right. So
and before we get into this, Sajid was on Kell Brook. That's what you initially predicted, right?
Initially.
And then you saw a bit more of his training. You saw him with Bud. He was out in the mountains doing his runs.
So I initially thought, I legit thought that if Khan goes back to Virgil, it's just, or his previous trainer, I think like Bowen Adams or something, it's going to be a wrap.
No. I did initially think if he goes back to, I remember when he was with Virgil, a lot of it was
really slow paced, really like technical.
Yeah, and it was always like every fight, you saw the muscle on his back or his legs. Like there wasn't anything consistent with the way he was coming into the fights.
But I think with Virgil, his fight, he just wants to sort of replicate Andre Ward. Yeah. Which is, you could guess so, but like he has that killer instinct with him, do you know what I mean? Yeah. So I think, I'm going to be like, I've sort of seen the training and seen how ripped he is. He does look like Amir Khan of old. Yeah. And like, obviously, he might not be as sort of athletic as he was, like, doing rounds, but I think he stops Brook late.
Stops him,
I think he stops him. Because I don't think...
Are we going TKO or are we going KO?
I think TKO late.
Okay.
I think the eye sockets... Yeah. Depending on the game plan, if Khan's legs, if he can move around, I think he can outwork Brook, and if his hand speeds, and he can just stay disciplined for the first 4 rounds. Yeah. He will, he would sort of like, that's his key to victory, and he will stop him.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the same. I said it from as soon as the card was announced. I said Khan would win. I don't know. TKO does sound about right, obviously, with Kell Brook's eye sockets and stuff. But if I was a betting man, points would be where I was heading towards. Obviously, Khan a lot of his career has been based upon his pace, his movement. It's going to be interesting to see whether he's still got that to a degree where he can keep up his output rate as well as keep moving in the ring.
Exactly. How would you see, let's say if he was in Kell Brook's corner, what would you tell him how to win the fight?
Kell Brook?
Yeah, if you had to send him there on the first round, like, what do you do? Like, how would you tell him?
I think he has to put it on him from early.
Like pressure?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the only thing I think. Timing, pressure.
Yeah, I think the only way I see Kell Brook winning, I don't see him taking it the distance with him for some reason. Yeah. If he does win, I do see him. He has to hit one of his big shots.
The thing is, I feel like with Brook, he's always been quite calm and collective. Like he just he takes his time. But with Khan, if you realize the first few rounds, it's a lot of nervous energy. It's always like, just let me throw a punch. Yeah. And if he can counter him, it's going to be a really interesting fight to see from there. No,
I'm looking forward to this fight. Obviously, it's coming up this month, so we'll have breakdowns and anything that happens, press conference, weigh-in, we might cover as well. But yeah, if you do like this video, be sure to check us out and subscribe. We'll see you soon.